Pastor Rachel with this week's Deeper Dive. This week we are taking a deeper dive into this past Sunday sermon, which was the second sermon in our Every Story Matters series, which talked all about interceding, which is praying for the people around us, praying for the lost in our lives. And so at the end of the message on Sunday, we started talking about how we can be intentional and really, kind of implementing different things that will help us be intentional in praying for those around us. And so one of those things that we talked about was in the response was putting the names of the people on your list in your calendar and praying for them on the days that you have marked them on. That's just one way that we can be intentional in interceding for others. And so I wanted to today talk about a couple other ways that we can be intentional in our interceding and in our prayer lives, kind of in general. And so one of those things that helps us to be intentional is, we already talked about writing things down. Another one is picking a time and a place for prayer. So I don't know if you're more of a morning person or a night owl, but sometimes morning, right when we get up, or night, right before we go to bed, those are good times to be intentional about prayer. I don't know where for you in your home is a place that is a good place for prayer, but picking a room or a chair or just a space where you feel like you're really going to be able to communicate and engage with God in a prayer time, that is a good way to be intentional about prayer, to go to that place and to set aside that time to just pray and intercede for others. Another thing that I wanted to kind of talk about today is maybe you're thinking about prayer and you're like, it just seems really daunting to just pray. And some of us, we've grown up in church and praying our whole lives, and it's just kind of something that we do, but some of us are kind of like, the idea of prayer, like, how do we pray? And so I just wanted to give us a simple structure. If you're somebody who likes structure, you can always just pray and communicate with God however, but if you're somebody who likes structure, a simple structure for an intercessory prayer can just be as simple as T-A-P, and so each of those letters stand for something, and I'm going to talk about them in just a second. So T is just starting out with thanks. So thanking God for who He is, thanking Him that He hears our prayers and is there to walk with us through the things that we are interceding for, that He is with us as we pray, that He is with the person that we're praying for in their life. The second one is an A, and A stands for ask. So that is asking for those things, asking for salvation for someone, asking for freedom from their anxiety, depression, addiction, whatever it is that they're going through, asking for healing. So that is that middle section, is taking time to ask God for your needs. So we have T and A, and the last one is P, and that's just closing out with praising God. So kind of like we do in our pre-service prayer time before service, praising God for what has happened, praising God for who He is, that He is able, and that we will get an answer to our prayers. It might not be exactly the answer that we think that we want or that we hope for, but that God will hear us and that God is moving, and so praising Him for that before that even happens. And so that is a simple structure for an intercessory prayer that you could use if that is something that helps you as you pray. So those are just a few things that can help us be intentional as we pray and as we pray for others. If there's something that you have done that has helped you be intentional as you intercede for others, I would love to hear about that, and it could be really helpful for somebody else. So you can put it in the comments below, and we can have kind of a conversation about it there. Thank you guys for joining me for this week's Deeper Dive, and I hope you have a great week, and we'll see you back again soon. Bye.